It's interesting because if you tap into kind of your journey, everybody has a journey.
Yes.
We learned it's the ups and downs and being able to accept what comes with it, the highs, the lows, everything in between. But it seems like it brought you to the night we were together at State Social before they closed down LA, the idea of Club Quarantine. You had an idea, concept, but you didn't know where it was going.
No.
And I tell people all the time that the reason why, one of the reasons, big reason why Club Quarantine was so successful is because you didn't do it for the likes, you didn't do it for the money, you didn't do it for the fame. What you wanted was people to have a release for a few hours a day or a few minutes a day to enjoy music.
Yep.
That process, everybody grew and loved, and D-Nice, you saved me. But how do you grow through that process during that time?
So the growth happened on a professional side and personally. So on the professional side, as D-Nice, it felt good to be able to remember those days of promoters, which, I have a love and appreciation for anyone that hired me in the past and anyone who hires me now, but there was still limitations put on you. There were some promoters that didn't want to hear reggae. There were some promoters that hated old school because they were 25, but they were putting on these shows. But what Club Quarantine did for me was to show people that, man, it didn't matter who you were, how old you were. It was about the music that was being played, and that every young person loves old school, and every older person still wants to feel young, and they still want to hear Sexy Red and Drake. Like, it didn't matter. It was about what felt good and what felt good at the time, and I was able to do that every single day to where now people don't look at me as old school. Not to say that, age doesn't matter, but no one looks at me as old school because they know that I play everything, and it's about, D-Nice brings a feeling. I'm not just bringing an old school feeling. I just bring a good feeling via music. On the personal side, it made me realize the importance of my family, of my friends. I mean, I get emotional when I think about those moments of sitting at home during the pandemic. When I moved to LA, to hang out with our group of friends and stay social. I was just looking for a little bit of change. Like, what am I? I was a lifelong New Yorker, needed a little bit of change, and would fly out to LA every other weekend, stay at the London Hotel, go over to State Social, watch the games with you guys, and then leave. I decided that I wanted to live in LA. It's the best move ever that I made because none of this happens for me if I was with my family. I would have been quarantined with my family. I probably would have been in a relationship. My partner would have been complaining, you're DJing all night. My kids would have been running. My daughter would have been running in the room. Dad,
So it had to happen that way.
So it had to happen that way because I was isolated. I was by myself. So the music that I played because I still wanted to feel connected to my friends and the people that I was missing. So that changed my whole life, and it made me realize the importance of the people that I know and that I love. And this is not about, people that I met after CQ. There's a different level of respect that I have for them because when people tell you that they, you saved their life, I listen to them. And I understand what that means because I was there by myself as well. But I just got caught up in the music. When people were sitting there during that time, there were people in terrible relationships that used the music to escape. There are kids at home with their parents who, most times people, you only saw your kids for a few hours a day. Wake up 6 a.m, kids off to school at 7:30, see them after school for dinner.
Time to go to bed, rinse and repeat.
Now you're stuck at home 24 hours a day with people that you know and love, but you don't really recognize these people like that.
Yeah. Because
that's what our routine was, and the music was an escape for them. The music was also an escape for me too, and I'm just grateful that through it all, I learned to love my friends. I don't leave anywhere. If we're hanging out together, I don't leave without dapping you up saying, yo, I love you, man.
No doubt.
I don't leave like that, like ever. And that wasn't always me. I dap people up. All right, cool. Good to see you, man. I'm out.
Yeah.
Because of what happened, I realized, man, you gotta make sure that the people that knows exactly how you feel for them.
Check out new episodes of The Jim Jackson Show every Thursday. Watch on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page. Follow the show on Instagram at Jim Jackson Show, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.